Hey, what's up? This Disciple Marcello Kearns. This part 4 on gang stalking in America. So, we basically covered everything about who's doing it, their motives, the church, the role they played in gang stalking, how that was a catalyst for all in my opinion, the pandemic and everything. When they started gang stalking, when America started gang stalking, um, the Christians, that was it. Enough is enough, and God said no. And see what people thought. See, the problem is what people think is even us as Christians, we can sometimes get to the point where prophecy is making us think we take the biblical prophecy and think that, and the wicked do this too in America. A lot of Americans do this. They take the prophecy of the Bible and think, well, this is how it's supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be. You know, Christians getting persecuted in the last days. You know, that's how it's supposed to be. You're being persecuted for righteousness' sake. But if God did not ordain that persecution, if God did not allow it, better to say, then the forces of darkness are in trouble. If God did not say, well, my pastors, my prophets, and all my people that can be gang stalked, or I see what's going on, I'm gonna allow that without any repercussions. If God didn't do that, then they in trouble, bruh. They in serious trouble. And if you look at this country, basically, God did not say it was okay. They gang stalk Christians and look at their country. It's not them being evil. I don't want you to be deceived by these flaky sucker Americans. I hate, you know, that's not a cuss word, so please don't get offended for you Christians and everything. You know, don't get offended at me. All right, I'm just, I just can't help it because these people think they bad. They think they're darker than they really are. The Middle East is bad. Okay, the Middle East is wicked. People getting their heads chopped off, firing squads, executing people. That's wicked. That's dark, and nothing happens. That's dark. Okay? Radical terrorism taking over governments. President fleeing. That's dark. These people out here gang stalking, that they are that's a cakewalk. That's a cakewalk, man. You understand? In real warfare, that's a cakewalk. That's foolishness. You understand? That ain't nothing. All the games they play, the cultic games, because basically a lot of them out there in this gang stalking is cultic, like a cult. Okay, they have a cult mentality. You understand? I don't even like groups, pretty much. I'm not a group type person. So I definitely despise cults or cultic leaders, any of that. I don't like any type of I don't like groups. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Take it at how you take it how you feel. I just don't. I feel like I'm an individual. You don't see me. You know. You rarely hear me referencing to anyone. I'm an individual. You know. But just all the stuff they've done has caused this. You know, this has caused destruction. But what I don't want people to walk away thinking, Oh, they are so scary. These people ain't nothing, man. You understand me? They are about to see the destruction that they deserve come upon them that you can't stop. You can pray for them, you can fast, you can worship for 80,000 days. You can't stop this because these people are deserving of this. Okay? So, for all you Christians that have a big heart for the lost, I'm sorry to tell you, these people right here that's doing these gang stalkings, they're not getting away with this. And you can pray until cows unlock your door and come in your house with shades and lipstick on. It's, you can't shake this one. And that's why a lot of Christians right now are confused. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to pray for. The best thing I tell you to pray for is first of all self, pray for yourself, and pray for the body of Christ. Because now is the time that the church has to pivot towards God and away from America. You were not able to stay with America all the duration of time until the end of the world. That didn't work out. This is not going to work out, because when a community start, I don't care who it is within the community. If it's a big enough part of the culture that is allowed, and when I say allowed, there's no physical action taking place by people are always watching, which are the feds, the police, the CIA. They don't do nothing about that. That, to me, that silence gives consent. I don't care what nobody say. Because if we were doing the same thing, especially as a black man, if a black man was gang stalking American community, if I was gang stalking, if I was the leader, the bona fide leader now, they may have some black people among them, but if I was the bona fide leader gang stalking American community, they would have been took care of that. You feel me? I don't care what y'all say, man. They would have been took care of that. That wouldn't have been allowed. This is because you have these white boys, these yuppie white boys. You know the type. Arrogant because they white. That type. Not arrogant because you do anything. Not arrogant because you even have a lot of money. Arrogant because you white. Yeah, them type. They're allowing them, the white entitlement type, they're allowing them to just go about the community doing whatever they want to do. It's like basically the equivalent of the police kid, son. He's just letting his son, the police just letting his son do what he want to do in the society. And God said no. God wasn't having that. And so now little Johnny is perishing. Now you got COVID everywhere. You got all this going on. I don't care if people think I'm racist. If black people are a problem, I'm gonna address it. If white people are a problem, I'm gonna address it. It's just a simple of being. If you can be sensitive and crippled in your mind to where you think everything is said about your particular people is racist. You can be crippled like that in your mind, where everything is a trigger when it comes to correction to your people, or you can accept that some people are just clearly seeing you for a problem. That's for white people and that's for black people, which are the two biggest problems in this country, hands down. You can't blame the Asians. Can't be serious. These people in New York walking around hitting Asian people because they feel that they're responsible for COVID. You see what mentality we dealing with here? You see why I don't deal with New Yorkers? Americans, period. America Asians are some of the most docile people in the world. Period. By nature, just how they are by nature. You got aggressive. I mean, Africans are pretty aggressive people. I mean, what I'm saying, just wherever you go. It doesn't make them evil, it doesn't make them wrong. It's just, you see African women, they're very aggressive. They can run around, they can do stuff. You go to Africa, you can see aggressive people. White people are somewhat aggressive too. You have other races that are aggressive. But Asians, for the most part, man, them people are not aggressive. And you got people out here knocking them out, punching the innocent people for no reason, bruh. I got a problem with that. I got a serious problem with that, man. You know what I'm saying? It shows a mentality that is in this country. And then you got black people and white people that's the main major problem here. You know what I'm saying? And they hand in hand now. You know what I'm saying? You can't even separate them. That's why they both in the evil that's going on in this country. That's why you can't trust either one of them. That's how I see it. You cannot fully trust black people. You cannot fully trust white people. And even when it comes to this gang stalking, you can't trust totally black people. You can't trust white people. You try to be on that old black unity stuff and all this, black people this and black people. They're right up in there helping people gang stalk you. You know what I'm saying? They're helping them do that. I'm not stupid. It is no more unity among races in America. That's what you got to understand. Now, they could take me as racist or not. I see it for what it is. There's no unity. Everybody's at each other's necks. And it's the end of times on top of that. So how is it going to be unity? It's the end of times. Where everything is ending. You know what I'm saying? It's not unity. That's fake. It's fake hope, false hope. It's a fantasy at this point. The blueprints and the things that people think about for Africans to come together, it's not real. It has no tangible ability because it has no hearts connected to the vision. The people in the community hearts are too callous and too selfish. Selfish is being selfish in the black community is it has been the worst downfall. It's just been the worst downfall, man. It's so much selfishness, it's not even funny. So, in my opinion, along with white people and the things that they do, because they're not totally, a lot of them are very quiet about what's really going on with the whole structure of the government. You know what I'm saying? They know better than we know. They know better than a lot of people know what's really going on and how it's really happening. You know what I'm saying? And they're not outing their counterparts. They're not outing people that's with them. And you know what I'm saying? They can try to act like they changing laws and that's their way of, or putting new laws in place. That's their way of being in unity with everybody. But at the end of the day, my thing is, I feel like you should just come out and say what the truth is. Just expose people for who they are. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing you can do, is expose people for who they are. You know what I'm saying? So the gang stalking, you can't trust no race, because they got the Mexicans in it too. They don't get it twisted. I did say black and whites are the worst problem in America, which anybody can see that. Okay, a blind man can listen to what's going on and hear that and know that. Okay, it doesn't take a genius to see that. It doesn't take a racist or either. It's just it's a matter of facts here when it comes to that statement. But the Mexicans are also being used as well. They're being used with gang stalking, using their children in what I call pedophilia bait entrapment operations. I call it pedophilia entrapment operations, where they throw their children in front of you to see how you will respond. That's part of their their tactic. So, as you know, Mexicans have a lot of children, so they like to use them with their children all around, testing people and playing with people's spirit. Now, imagine if you did them like that. Imagine if you did them like that. They'll feel offended that you would even think them to do something like that in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like I'm not I'm not unforgiving or anything like that. But once I see someone do that, they don't really know where I come from or know me or know my background or anything. Like some true foreigners, I'm just keeping 100. To me in my life, then I really don't deal with you. You know what I'm saying? I have Mexican people, Mexican Christian people that I listen to and things like that, that I actually financially support. You know what I'm saying? So, but when it comes to people outside the body of Christ, you have to differentiate your relationship with races outside of the body of Christ. Your relationship with black people in the body of Christ may not be the same relationship you have with black people outside of the body of Christ. Same thing with white people. Same relationship you have with with the body of Christ and white people in the body of Christ, you might not have that same relationship with white people outside of the body of Christ. Same thing with Mexicans. You may know good Mexican Christians, but if you step out here in this country where they're being used by the government and used by groups of gang stalkers, then you might start despising them for the evil that they're doing, that they don't think you know they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So, but what you do is you just basically stick with the body of Christ, okay? Realize who your enemies are, for real, individually, and in the country, as far as this country goes, and stay at peace with people through the gang stalking. Stay at peace within yourself and mind your business, because that's what God really holds you responsible for. We could talk about love all day long, and in reality, sometimes you don't even have time to give a gesture of love. People are playing games and gang stalking, and you don't. And what are you gonna do? Roll around on the ground and hand them flowers to show you love them in that place and time? You just maintain your peace. You maintain who you are. You know what I'm saying? But God's gonna bring judgment on them as well. He's really gonna bring judgment on them because, in my opinion, I'm just keeping 100. They flattering themselves, thinking people want their children in a sexual way. It's like, man, ain't nobody thinking about your children. You done lost your mind. There's no reason you should be thinking that, except for you're being racist yourself. You stereotyping different races, thinking they're attracted to your children. I don't know what you went through. I mean, I don't know what you went through to make you think that. I don't know who you listening to, but me being a Christian, I don't care what country you come from. My God will bring judgment on you. Trust and believe that. As long as you're a human being, I am not discriminating. Non-discrimination works both ways. Okay? I don't discriminate with my friends, and I don't discriminate with my enemies. You can become an enemy as easy as you can become a friend. And that's with any race of people. I do not discriminate in any way. You know, you can be a friend, yes. No matter what color you are, you also can be an enemy no matter what color you are. And if you think it's based on race, then that's your stupidity. When you know you're playing games and doing things anyway. So I'm not going to play games with you, and you can think it's racism all you want. You know what you're doing, I know what you're doing, and you're an enemy. Okay? And that's the bottom line. You know, so for me, I operate like a prophet. You know, like I told you guys, Elijah, he killed 42 children. So God also in the story of Moses with the Passover killed the firstborn. He killed Pharaoh's son. So with Mexicans, they got all these children. They may think that you're supposed to have this. Their culture may have this certain mentality, and I don't care what that mentality is. I'm here in America, and I'm here in America where people play games, make up lies, and play and say all kind of funny things. I don't care what their culture is. You're here in America. You need to look around and realize where you at. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody moves differently or move not according to what you think, then it may be that you're in America. Okay? You don't know what has happened. You don't know what is going on. And that's one of their biggest problems too. A lot of Mexicans, when this hit the fan, yeah, they may know there's little things that's going on, but they don't know the real inside scoop. And they're gonna be dropping like flies. I'm just keeping it real because it's just gonna hit them and they ain't even gonna know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna know why this is happening. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell people, educate yourself. Really open your eyes and do not let people pull wool over your eyes and tell you lies. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you no lies and just make it like you a child and believe just anything about anybody. You do your own research. Don't do your own testing. Do your own research. Testing people can get you killed. You know what I'm saying? That's real. Because if people sense that you're playing games with them, everybody don't have the same level of self-control. They could just lose it and kill you because they feel like they know you personalizing energy towards them. You don't personalize energy towards strangers. Okay? That goes for black, white, Mexican, anybody. You don't personalize no energy towards people you don't know. That's where you violate me at. You know, when I know I'm picking, because I'm very intelligent. So if you personalize your energy towards me, your body language, all your eye language, there's many different languages with the entity of the human being. And so if you're putting your energies towards me, personalizing them towards me, you don't know me, and I know you're really not attracted to me, even if it's a woman. I know you're not really attracted to me, so you're doing it. It's not that. So that's because women try to hide behind that. Oh, he's acting funny. I'm just a woman. No, I know you're not. I know I'm an attractive man. I know when women are attracted to me, and I know when a woman is playing a game. You know what I'm saying? You can't hide behind that female gender stuff with me. You can't hide behind that. I'm not one of those dumb men that just tongue just hang out when they see a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at what you're doing. I'm looking at how you're doing it. That's right. That's why I have the best quality women in my life. That's why quality women respect me. I'm not playing no okie doke with no dumb women, playing games, spying on people, carrying information back to other people. Nah. I don't play with people like you. You are the type of people that get people hurt in the world. You know what I'm saying? You do. You are that type of person. Whether you be man or woman. Using your children, you're pimping your children out. You know what I'm saying? I don't use children in war. I don't use children in warfare. You know, I think people that do that are scum of the earth. I don't care if you say it's by means of doing what. You don't know what that person is going to do. If they even sense just from the timing of you seeing them and they seeing you, just from them seeing you in a certain way, lining up with synchronicity, like you're trying to test them, they could kill you and the child. And then what you gonna say? You're gonna have that on your conscience for the rest of your life because you involved a child in pedophilia entrapment games. Now you got that on your conscience that now this person has killed you and killed the child, and now you're sitting around looking stupid. Yeah, everybody don't play games that you play, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people take that very seriously. You know what I'm saying? So why you think people like it might be a clown game in your culture, but it's not a clown game in my culture. You know what I'm saying? It's not a clown. I don't play clown games. You know what I'm saying? So, I ask God to take care of all of that. You know what I'm saying? When I see that foolishness, that gang stalking and using their children, nah. See, that's something that people are scared to talk about. I'm not scared to talk about it. Because I know I'm good. I know I'm good, so I'm not scared to talk about it. You're using your children, you're putting your children in harm's way. God gonna judge you for doing that. You know what I'm saying? You cannot say, well, what happened in those situations. You think it's gonna be protection. You don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So for all people out here witch hunting people, get yourself together. Your country is killing kids. You can't even look at nobody talking about that while we on the subject. Yeah. So I hope y'all understand about what I'm talking about with this gang stalking. Pray about it. Let God handle them. It's almost the end of it anyway. And God's going to take care of it all. That's for sure. All right.